In the midst of one of the most technologically intense battlefields of the 21st century, Ukrainian Azov FPV operators locked onto a Russian troop-laden truck, capturing real frontline footage moments before a devastating strike that reveals how small drones are redefining modern warfare. The war in Ukraine has evolved far beyond traditional clashes of infantry formations and armoured columns, transforming into a conflict defined by speed, information dominance, and the constant presence of unmanned systems in the air. What was once a battlefield, shaped primarily by tanks, artillery, and entrenched defensive lines, has become a three-dimensional combat environment where threats can emerge silently from above at any moment. First-person view. Drones, commonly known as FPV drones, now play a decisive role in this transformation, acting as both scouts and strike weapons in a single platform. Compact, fast, and relatively inexpensive, these drones have reshaped how territory is contested and how soldiers move, hide, and survive. Unlike large reconnaissance drones that operate at high altitude, FPV drones fly low and fast, hugging terrain, slipping between buildings, tree lines, and trenches. Controlled in real time by operators using video feeds streamed directly to goggles or handheld screens, FPV drones offer a level of precision and responsiveness that traditional systems struggle to match. Operators can adjust their approach mid-flight, react instantly to unexpected movement, and exploit momentary gaps in enemy defenses. This capability has turned even routine logistical movements into high-risk operations, as any vehicle on the road may already be under observation. Among the units that have mastered this form of warfare are FPV drone teams associated with Ukraine's Azov formations. Known for their adaptability and relentless operational tempo, these units have integrated drone warfare deeply into their battlefield doctrine. Rather than relying solely on factory-produced military hardware, Azov-affiliated operators frequently modify commercially available drones, reinforcing frames, enhancing video transmission systems, and attaching compact explosive payloads. This approach allows them to rapidly scale production, replace losses, and adapt designs based on real combat feedback, creating a constantly evolving arsenal shaped directly by frontline experience. This method of warfare has proven particularly effective against enemy logistics. Supply trucks, troop transports, fuel vehicles, and lightly armoured carriers have become prime targets. By striking these assets, FPV drone teams disrupt not only immediate troop movements, but also the broader operational rhythm of enemy forces. A single destroyed truck can delay reinforcements, cut off supplies, and force commanders to divert resources toward protection and recovery rather than offensive action. Over time, these cumulative disruptions erode battlefield cohesion and morale. FPV drones also provide a unique psychological dimension to combat. For soldiers on the ground, the constant awareness that they may be observed from above at any moment creates a state of persistent tension. Unlike artillery or missile strikes, which often arrive with audible warning, FPV drones are frequently silent until the final seconds of their approach. This unpredictability forces troops to remain constantly alert, limiting rest, slowing movement, and increasing mental fatigue. In modern warfare, psychological pressure has become as important as physical firepower, and FPV drones amplify that pressure relentlessly. The immersive nature of FPV operation places drone pilots in a new kind of combat role. Through the drone's camera, Operators experience the battlefield from a perspective once reserved for aircraft pilots, yet at much closer range. They observe enemy movements in real time, track vehicles across open terrain, and navigate complex environments filled with obstacles and electronic interference. Decisions must be made instantly, often with incomplete information, as hesitation can mean losing the signal, the drone, or the opportunity to strike. In this sense, FPV operators are both technicians and combatants, combining mechanical skill with tactical judgment. One such engagement was captured in a widely circulated video showing an FPV drone tracking a Russian military truck transporting a group of soldiers. The vehicle was moving through what appeared to be a rear area route, an environment traditionally considered relatively safe compared to frontline positions. From above, the drone followed at a measured distance, maintaining visual contact while assessing speed, direction, and surrounding terrain. The soldiers inside the truck remained unaware, focused on their movement toward the front, unaware that their journey was being observed in real time. The footage illustrates a defining feature of modern drone warfare: the fusion of surveillance and strike capability into a single continuous process. There is no longer a clear separation between reconnaissance and attack. Once a target is identified, the same platform can transition immediately from observation to engagement. This collapse of time between detection and strike leaves little opportunity for evasive action, fundamentally altering how commanders assess risk and movement across the battlefield. As the drone closed in, the moment of decision arrived. With the target confirmed and the approach aligned, the FPV drone accelerated toward the truck, executing its final attack run. The resulting detonation destroyed the vehicle in a sudden, violent explosion. In an instant, what had been a routine movement became a decisive loss. The strike demonstrated the brutal efficiency of FPV systems: small, fast, and devastatingly precise, capable of neutralizing targets that once required airstrikes, artillery barrages, or specialized munitions. Such attacks have forced both sides in the conflict to rethink fundamental assumptions about safety and exposure. Troop movements are increasingly dispersed, vehicles travel under camouflage or at irregular intervals, and electronic countermeasures are deployed wherever possible. Even so, the effectiveness of FPV drones ensures that no method offers complete protection. The battlefield has become a constant contest between detection and concealment, attack and countermeasure. Despite their growing prominence, FPV drones are not invincible. Electronic warfare systems can jam control signals, disrupt video feeds, or force drones to crash before reaching their targets. Mechanical failures, environmental conditions, and hostile fire also contribute to losses. Operators must account for wind, terrain, signal interference, and battery limitations, all while maintaining precise control at high speed. These constraints mean that FPV drones are most effective when integrated into a broader tactical framework rather than used in isolation. At the strategic level, FPV drones have become central to Ukraine's defensive and offensive planning. They offer a cost-effective means of countering numerically superior forces and offsetting shortages in heavy equipment. At the same time, opposing forces have rapidly expanded their own drone programs, investing heavily in production, training, and counter-drone systems. This dynamic has created a rapidly evolving drone battlefield, where innovation cycles are measured in weeks rather than years. Behind every drone, however, is a human operator bearing the psychological weight of modern remote combat. FPV pilots spend long hours preparing equipment, monitoring live feeds, and waiting for the right moment to act. When action comes, it unfolds at intense speed, demanding total focus. The knowledge that each decision carries irreversible consequences adds a heavy emotional burden. While physically distant from the point of impact, operators remain deeply connected to the outcome of their actions, experiencing combat through screens rather than trenches, yet no less intensely. This combination of advanced technology and human endurance defines the current phase of the war. Machines extend human reach, but they do not remove human responsibility. Every successful strike reflects not only technical capability, but also training, discipline, and psychological resilience. As drone warfare continues to expand, these human factors will remain central to its effectiveness. The sighting and destruction of a troop-carrying truck by an Azov FPV drone encapsulates the profound transformation of warfare in Ukraine. The battlefield has expanded vertically and invisibly, erasing traditional distinctions between front lines and rear areas. In this new environment, even the smallest unmanned system can deliver disproportionate impact, altering operational plans and shaping the course of engagements. As technology continues to advance, future conflicts will increasingly depend on how effectively such tools are integrated, countered, and controlled. FPV drones are not merely weapons, they are symbols of a broader shift toward precision, adaptability, and constant surveillance. They reshape not only tactics and strategy, but also the psychology of those who fight under their shadow. Thank you for watching, and if you want more in-depth frontline analysis and modern warfare stories, stay with us here on Delta History. See you in the next video.